Hey folks, so today we're doing a quick unboxing and review of the WiseTiger wireless routers. So I got this router from Amazon. It was about $50 when I bought it. Um, so this is a dual band model that support both the 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz band, and they come with 4 omnidirectional antennas. And it's advertising that this is super easy to set up and you can do it in under 3 minutes. Now spec wise, this bill is AC 1200 compatible, which basically means that at 2.4 gigahertz, it can support speed up to 300 megabits per second, and then at 5 gigahertz, it can go up all the way up to 566 megabit per second. So that obviously is fast enough because I think everybody's cable modem speed these days is about 150 to maybe 200, 300 being the highest. So you're definitely gonna get enough speed to support whichever connection you have. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the box and see what we have inside. So inside the box we have the iOS lightning cables. I have no idea why they included this. It really has nothing to do with the router, but so lightning cable are pretty expensive to buy. So hey, we'll take it. And I tried it. It works with my iPhone 7 Plus. So it's definitely not one of those knockoff cable that doesn't work after software updates. Here we also have the instruction manual, tells you how to set it up, and we have the router itself. So again, nothing fancy. It does have that 4 antenna I talked about. Okay, there you go. So it has that AC 1200M printed on top, and on the back we have the standard WAN input. We have the reset switch. We have the power input. Then we have 4 gigahertz lane connections, and on the bottom we have the default gateway 192.168.0.1. So most common gateway that come with most of all the routers that's out there. Default password here, so that's going to be everything you need to have this one set it up, and that's what we're going to be doing next. And also inside the box, there's actually another item that was included. It was this USB flash drive. So inside the flash drive, there's videos, basically step-by-step videos of telling you how to set this one up. And it also has a PDF version of the instruction manual as well. So once you're done, once you set up, you don't need it. You can, I guess you can feel free to format it, and you get a free flash drive. So again, for $50, it's great values. I'm not complaining. I mean, this cable alone is probably over 10 bucks just to buy itself. So definitely not complaining about the values. But here you go. That's everything we have inside the box. Okay, so this is where I have my router set up. Definitely not the best place to set up a router, but unfortunately, like most of the houses here, you get the main cable that comes through to the walk-in closet. So there you can see I have my old Apple Airport. Been having a lot of problem with this ever since we moved into this house because it was just not reaching far enough. And I have my Ring HD doorbell that's getting spotty connection just because it's not reaching far enough. So I have the router set up over here. So it's the same place, and right now the blue light's on, which means this thing it's up and running. So we're gonna try it out, try to set this thing up, and see how that goes. I'm gonna show you the setting screen of the router. So right now I'm using it on my iPad. Downstairs in my living room, the router is upstairs in the walk-in closet. I'm going to be connecting to the 5 gigahertz band of the routers just because that's the one that people use the most, and at the same time that's the one when the range becomes a real issue. So when you log into the router, it's going to ask you for your password. The default one that came with the manufacturer is admin, ADMIN. So this is something that you might want to change right away when you first log into your routers. But once you log into the router, it's going to show you the status screen of the routers. It's going to show you the number of device. It's going to show you the current download speed, upload speeds, along with other information with your network. So that's the status screen. Next, we're going to go into WAN settings. So this is where going to be auto selected for you depending on the type of connection you have. And the same thing really goes for the LAN setting as well. So nothing you have to do here. Everything's auto populated. Now the next tab is the wireless tabs. So this is where you can select
the SSID for your 2.4 and 5 gigahertz network. You can turn either one on or off. You can set the signal strength to from low, medium to high. So I'm having it at high right now. You also have the guest mode. Um, you get the restricted list, so you can forbid a device from accessing your network here. This is where you do it by putting the MAC number. And you also get the bandwidth control. So this is going to be the key for parental control. So you can take the device that's on your network, you can turn the internet access on and off here. And also you can also limit the speed. Port forwarding, most people don't use this, but if you have application that need access beyond the firewall, this is where you do it. The administration tab, so here you can change the password to the routers. You can also do things such as reboot your routers. You can run a factory reset here. You can even upgrade your firmware online from the option here. So now we're gonna do speed test. Uh, my internet speed with Cox is 100 megabit per second downloads and about 12 megabit per second uploads. So here we're gonna try selecting a server in San Francisco. That's about 400 miles away. I don't think this app offers anything closer, so I'm gonna just try it out and see how this one goes. Okay, the latency seems to be a little bit high here. I think that has to do with the server over there. So right now I'm getting about half of the download speed I'm supposed to be getting. So I think the latency number tells me this is an issue with the server out there. So I'm gonna use a different app to run the speed test. So I'm gonna try the Oculus speed test app. This is the most popular one I think that's on the market. Um, it's connecting to a server in Diamond Bar, so that's about 40 miles away from me. And I ran several tests today. I'm getting very consistent results throughout. So you can see download speed I'm getting at about 92, 93-ish here. Upload speed is about anywhere from 10 to 12. So that's very consistent to what the type of service I have. And again, like I said, I ran several of this tests today. The results have all been very consistent. So as you can see, a 92 that we just got, 91, 85, 94, all very consistent to the 100 megabit per second speed here I have. Upload speed, same thing, 10, 11, 8, 11, so that's all very consistent. So I'm getting the full speed from the routers according to the speed app. Now with that said, I actually ran these tests at different locations throughout my house. I did that in my garage. I did that outside of the house where my doorbell is actually located in. And I can confirm that the range on this route is definitely better than what I have on the Apple Airport that I currently use. So for $50, I really have zero complaints. I mean, the setting, it's super easy to set up, nothing fancy, nothing, but at the same time, nothing complex. You get everything that you actually need, and that's really what I think is the most important. It's nothing fancy, so it doesn't confuse you. Great range. I mean, I tried the 5 gigahertz. I'm getting full reception throughout the house. That's something I've never seen before with my old routers. So folks, there you have it. For $50, this is actually a great buy. I mean, it's not the most fanciest routers out there, but it does the job and has the range, and I think that's the most important feature for any routers. So I like it. I highly recommend it. And again, for $50, you cannot go wrong with it. All right, folks, there you have it. Thank you very much.